Good morning, everyone. I'm Sherry Margolis.
And hello, everyone. I'm Murray Feldman.
Well, it took shorter than they expected, actually, just hours, because right now the power is back on for thousands of people living in the city of Detroit.
Yeah, DTE, as you'll remember, shut off the power. They did it at 6 o'clock this morning so they could make some repairs. Fox 2's Al Allen joins us live from Detroit's east side. And now I understand the power was literally just restored within the last half hour or so.
It certainly was, Murray. The power was out, said about 4.5 hours. Now it is back on. But earlier this morning, here in Detroit's east side, it was a different story dealing with the power outage. 6 a.m. straight up, the power plug was pulled on dozens of businesses. Neighborhoods went to black. Traffic signals stopped working. And customers woke up to no power and no heat on this cold morning. This mom and her 3 small children could not take the cold in her apartment, so she joined dozens of others looking for shelter at Second Ebenezer Church here at 6 Mile and DeQuinder.
They should have waited till the summertime, and then the excuse they're using, it just don't make no sense at all, not one bit.
So you're going to be here until the power comes back on?
Yes, sir. I sure will be sitting here till the power gets back on. Despite
the cold, DTE Energy telling Fox 2 this date was picked a few weeks ago. Crews making repairs to underground equipment in the area of 6 Mile to 7 Mile North and from DeQuinder west to Woodward, including a section of Highland Park.
We've been working with the city and local clergy and other community leaders to figure out the most opportune time to do this. Obviously, we understand it's cold, but given the fact that we had to change the date a few times over the last couple of weeks, we thought that this was probably the most opportune time, given the fact that school will still be out and we wouldn't be affecting any church services.
I'm going to call and see if they need to, let everybody slide on their bills this month, because they just cut us off completely.
Cut us off, that's what many residents in this area are saying. They're still in the shelter behind me at Second Ebenezer Church. Some are just learning the fact that the power is back on. Alejandro from DTE, you know what? We expected 8 hours. We got maybe 4.5 hours, and the job is done. What happened?
Well, as we had mentioned before, we anticipate that it could have gone as long as 6 hours, but we're real proud of the work that our folks have done to kind of get the job done sooner than expected. We were really impressed with the work that they did. Essentially, what they did was go underground, look at the equipment that needed to be restored or repaired, and made the necessary adjustments and did the work in time.
So the other thing is, other side, the repairs have been made. I mean, everything is okay. The equipment and the maintenance, what they had to do, they took care of it in a relatively short period of time.
Indeed, and again, we can't thank enough the collaboration we have with the city of Detroit, our community partners, but most especially the patience of our residents. So we know it was a difficult time to kind of endure. We wanted to get the work done quicker than anticipated. We were able to do that, but the repairs were done, and we think for the system long term, this is necessary work that had to be done.
All right, good enough. Again, the job is done. Less than 6 hours, less than 8 hours. All the repairs have been made. People should be returning to their homes pretty soon now, but the heat and the lights are back on. Live from Detroit's northeast side, Al Allen, Live at 11.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very good news to people in those neighborhoods that are affected. I want to ask you, though, were there police patrols, extra patrols? We were talking about security issues, possibly a concern during the power outage.
It was, Sharon. That was what Alejandro was talking about, the fact that they had police, extra police, Detroit and Highland Park. They also had hundreds of volunteers out here. Members of Detroit 300, the Marcus Garvey movement, other community organizations out on foot and in cars like Angels Night Patrol, patrolling the areas this morning to make sure that nothing happened to the people who had to leave to get to a warming shelter. That worked out, too, as well. So as he mentioned the fact that there was total cooperation, I know the residents a little bit upset, but they cooperated. We had the community involved in it, the police involved in it, so everything worked out, Sherry.
All right, that's good news, and especially that the lights are back on, and so is the heat.
Yes.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
Al Allen reporting live. Thank you, Al. Well, layoff notice